What is up, SEC Football Nation? Welcome to the Sooner Surge. It's a podcast that tells it like it is. And for the next several days, you're going to be seeing a video release that has a breakdown of each SEC team. This is going to be a little SEC football preview. Football season's around the corner. We're coming off SEC Media Days, closing and wrapping up. So we thought it'd be good to just inform everyone, give our takes on each SEC team. Also, before we get started, check out the Fan Stop. And if you're an Arkansas Razorback fan watching this video, the Fan Stop at thefanstop.com has Arkansas Razorback Shirt of the Month Club. So sign up for your team Shirt of the Month Club. You can even use code SURGE and get 10% off your first 3 months. Do it. It's a new design each and every month. Guys, let's get started. Arkansas, first team we'll preview. And you look at some key losses. Luke Hasz goes to Ole Miss, an SEC foe. Satania, the receiver, goes to an SEC foe in Oklahoma. They had several losses, but they brought in a whole slew of new players, guys. And obviously, Sam Pittman, 30-31 in his 5 years at Arkansas, but undefeated in bowl games. Not big-time bowls, but he is 3-0 in the bowl games with 3 victories. I think everyone's kind of wondering, how much longer does Sam Pittman have at Arkansas? This year, they bring in Mike Washington Jr., running back from New Mexico State. New Mexico State lost pretty much their entire offense and their coordinator and coach. And then it's going to be spearheaded by Taylen Green, who is now another year in Bobby Petrino's offense, guys. Just give some opening thoughts on this Razorback team.
Yeah, Jeremy, you talk about it with their quarterback and Taylen Green. I think when you talk about dark horse guys for the Heisman, Taylen Green, he has the ceiling to be that good of a quarterback. He's a dual threat guy, can throw it all over the yard, can run. But Arkansas, they've just been kind of stuck in this mediocre phase. I don't know if that's what you want to call it, where they've been like the 5-7 wins, haven't gotten over the hump with Sam Pittman. It's just they've been okay. They haven't been good, they have been bad, but they have never really been good. And I think this transfer class, as you talk about it, Jaden Platt, a tight end from Texas A&M, a transfer. Somebody Oklahoma recruited out of high school, 4-star tight end. He's a guy I think maybe that could come in and replace like a Luke Hasz. I don't think he's going to be as good as Luke Hasz is, but I think he could come in and really give them a role. Then you have transfer Philip Lee from Troy, defensive end, was one of the top DNs in the spring portal window, a great addition for Arkansas. And then this is just an Arkansas team that you don't really know what they're going to be because they have so many question marks, as you said. They got Kenai Walker, somebody we're very familiar with, the Oklahoma transfer to Arkansas at cornerback. That was a cornerback room that lost almost everyone, so that's a cornerback room in which there's a lot of question marks there to be answered. And in the SEC, if you don't have a good defense, you're not going to be a very good team. So I think this Arkansas team, there's a ton of questions, but Jeremy said it. Taylen Green, he's the guy that's going to run the offense for him. Bobby Petrino back as year 2 as OC for them. I think Arkansas is going to have – they can be a very good team or they're going to be very bad. To me, there's no in between.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of people might predict kind of around what they ended up last year, but you guys mentioned a lot of the additions and the players they lost, and you guys kind of hit on the head with Taylen Green. This team's going to ride and die with Taylen Green and Bobby Petrino's offense. And guys, haven't really talked about receiver, but if you remember last year, they put up a lot of numbers. I mean, I don't know how far in their receiver was in the top of the SEC for a long time. And this year is going to be no different. A couple of guys at wide receiver, Omega Blake, transferred, I believe, from Charlotte, deep ball threat. He averages a lot per catch. I expect him to have a really good year in that offense. And the other one's Raylan Sharp. I expect Raylan Sharp to be probably over 1,000 yards receiving in that offense. I think the offense is really good for wide receivers, and you've seen it before under Bobby Petrino. But then transitioning to defense, guys, I really like their defensive coordinator. I really think this team is going to be really good at run stopping. And that's kind of spearheaded there with Cameron Ball on defensive line. I just think they're going to be a really good run-stopping defense. They just got to be more consistent, guys. If you go back to last year, think about this. Remember the OSU game? They no business losing. Yeah. and then they jump up and they beat Tennessee, and then they get just absolutely throttled at home by Ole Miss. It was just a very kind of up and down season. But we'll go over the records and the breakdown here in a minute and kind of see where we're at on the final schedule and what we think they're going to end up. But could be similar to last year. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, and real quick before we get into the schedule breakdown, and Jackson leads us through that. You mentioned the word consistency, Jay. That's got to be the biggest problem from an outsider watching Arkansas is the inconsistency. Taylon Green last year made plays that would wow anyone, and then he had moments that he struggled in. You talked about the DC, and of course Bobby Petrino at OC. I think coaching-wise in those specific coordinator positions, they're really, really good. And now it comes down to execution because I think the game plan is going to be there and talent. We'll see what they brought in and how much they'll help. But let's get right into the schedule breakdown and predict this.
Yeah, real quick, I got to say, I don't know if we mentioned it, but their O-line is going to have a lot of changes. Now, Sam Pittman is an O-line guy, but they're going to – and that offense – seems to do pretty good with O-line as far as their scheme and stuff, but that's a big important factor for Arkansas. Let's get to the schedule.
They got a tackle. They got a tackle out of Oregon, so that's big, and they're moving their tackles from last year inside. But yeah, big for the offensive line. Let's get to the schedule, Jackson.
Yeah, Arkansas, they have an argument for maybe the toughest schedule in the country as well. Week 1 versus Alabama A&M, guys. I think we all would chalk that up as a win.
1-0.
And hey, and real quick, how we're doing this is there's 3 of us, majority rules, and that's how we're picking the Sooner Surge record. But yeah, that's a W for everybody, I believe, right? Gate 1.
Yeah. Week 2 at home versus Arkansas State.
Win.
And I believe that game's in Little Rock, their Little Rock game for the year. But Arkansas State, scary game. It is. I'm going to pick Arkansas, but that's a scary game.
Week 3, first SEC game on the road at Ole Miss. I don't think Arkansas is going to win that.
Now, I don't think Arkansas is going to win. However, I do think that's scary for Ole Miss for that first game to beat Arkansas, have Arkansas coming in who I think could maybe make it a close game. I'm picking Ole Miss.
Loss. So what are we at? 2-1?
2-1.
Yep. Week 4. This is a trap game for me at Memphis for Arkansas.
I'm taking Arkansas.
I'm taking Arkansas.
I'm going to take the Tigers, Memphis.
All right, but
3-1.
Week 5 at home against Notre Dame. You know, in Arkansas, it's going to be a rocking environment. Notre Dame, very successful season last year, but I think we all would pick Notre Dame to win that, right?
I'm going to pick Notre Dame.
Yeah,
I'm probably going to pick. I'm picking Arkansas because that's the type of game where they rise up and win. But it doesn't matter. Y'all have taken Notre Dame, so it's a loss. All right,
3-2.
Week 6 by week 7 at Tennessee at Neyland Stadium.
It's a loss.
Loss.
Yeah, I agree. That's a loss. Week 8 at home versus Texas A&M.
I'm picking Arkansas on that.
No, I'm going to pick Arkansas.
I'm picking Arkansas. What are we at? 4-3.
Next at home against Auburn and Jackson Arnold.
I'm picking Arkansas on that. And by the way, that 2-game stretch could be huge for Arkansas. 2-game home stretch. I got Arkansas.
I got Arkansas.
Auburn in that, but it doesn't matter.
5-3.
Their next game at home against Mississippi State.
That's a win.
Man, that's a 3-game home stretch.
Pretty good schedule right there for Arkansas.
Good part of their schedule.
Yep.
I got the Arkansas on that too. Week 7 at LSU.
Loss.
Week 7, week 9. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a
loss. 6-4.
Week 11 at Texas.
Loss.
6-5.
Then final game of the year at home against Missouri.
That's a win.
So 7-5, about like last year.
So that's 7-5, guys, and there's a couple swing games. You got the Notre Dame game that could be a big time game for them. Those road tests, though, very difficult with Tennessee and LSU.
And Texas.
Ole Miss. And Ole
Texas,
Miss.
yeah.
And Texas and Ole Miss.
So there it is. 7-5 guys for the Razorbacks is what we have. Razorback fans that are watching this, give us your take on your schedule, and also check out the Fan Stop and sign up for the Arkansas Razorback Shirt of the Month Club. We here at the Sooner Surge have the Razorbacks going 7-5, and then you wait and see if Sam Pittman gets another year after that. But hey, thanks for watching the content here at the Sooner Surge. Hit a like before you leave and give us a comment on the Arkansas Razorback schedule. That's the first team of the SEC football preview from us here at the Sooner Surge. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.